I'm saying, this been happening all along on all kinds of projects. I'm sure our right-of-way's gone over what we figured in for right-of-way on different projects, I'm sure. The mess road. Well,
I think this is a project-specific issue that we need to address.
Should have had somebody in charge of the project.
I just want to know, when we go in and say we're going to spend $200,000 on whatever it is, and we're going to go over the $200,000 for whatever reason, we got to take out of cash, we got to go get another loan, I got to sell a kidney, whatever it is I got to go do, I want to know about it. I don't want to not find out about it, that we're spending excess money that we didn't approve that's coming out of some other fund. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing it monthly though. That way we can keep a better track on where we are.
But when I
Being
give,
reversed.
I understand.
right, and when I give it to you monthly, and you see it, there still could be outstanding
POs.
purchase orders against that I have no knowledge of.
Right.
Can you put somebody in charge of any project that's not contracted? Can somebody do that? Somebody in our office, can we do that? I don't care who. There has to be a person that says, okay, I decided to spend this money. I mean, I know this doesn't sound, I'm not trying to be difficult. I just think somebody has to be in charge of this.
Well, I'm looking, all these are gonna be contracted,
Well, here's one that's not.
with the exception of District 5 and, that, I guess, maybe North Street.
That's.
I mean, I agree there's not a lot of them,
Yeah.
but here's one.
Okay,
The one, like North Street, let's take that for example, but we're discussing that now. That's probably gonna be an in-house project, probably. Yeah, so that's a classic example of one where, we would be well served to try to keep that one completely under control, because I predict that's a project where we could see, a cost underrun. What do we put on North Street?
450.
400? 450?
Mm-hmm.
We think, right now, this is all theoretical, but that's a project right there where we think we're not gonna need 450.
But if we have a contractor that comes in and he bids for the job,
Yes,
we know what the number is.
that's correct.
So if the contractor's going to go over, just for example, Hempfield Construction over at Spillway Road, all right, they come in, they said, hey, guess what, Daniel, we don't have enough money. I need another, how much was it, Tim? 100,000, 80, I don't remember what the number was. I need more money, 87,000, I think is what it was. I need 87 more thousand. Well, Daniel didn't just say, okay, go to have the 87,000. What had to happen? Tim comes up here, gets on the board, goes on the minutes, we vote to approve it, we give him 87 more thousand dollars. Because the contractor went over the number. It shouldn't be any different on projects that we do if we set a budget for it.
Yep.
If you come over the budget, you should come back and say, hey, we're over the budget, just so you know, here we go.
Right.
Yep.
okay, Daniel, on this very bottom one, Mill Creek drainage, from day one, it's been on the sheet, and there's never been any funds allocated an amount toward it. It was on the reimbursement,
What was that, the lawsuit? What was that?
yes.
Yeah,
We
that's
won't
gonna be,
start counting
that's gonna
lawsuit
be
money.
the, utility constructors project, I'm pretty sure. Looking at
I'm not looking, I don't have the sheet, I don't know.
I think that's utility constructors project.
Well, we put that on there in St. Oak Road just cause they came in a timeline where we could reimburse
We could
ourselves.
reimburse
We were
ourselves.
looking for reimbursement.
That was a legal lawsuit, right? That they came back and they sued us over.
That's correct.
We settled it, or they contractors offered a bid and price. They set the number, right?
Yes.
And I'm assuming, here I go for the assumption, I know what that means. Tim and them's you're overseeing that project, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
So that would be a project where if there's a change order. we
It comes to
present
who?
it,
it comes to us, right?
There was never
Yeah.
an original amount, there was never an original estimated cost put on the sheet against that. So it's been in the red since the first bill has been issued.
Yeah, because we never put anything on it. It wasn't a bond project.
Either way, it's,
It's not a
in
bond
the red.
project.
It's not, either way, it's in the
It
red.
didn't begin.
It's not a bond project.
We're not singling out
Hey,
bond project.
where is our,
Let me clarify.
You understand what you're talking about?
Let me
The
clarify.
Mill
Yeah.
Creek deal? Let me explain it to me.
No, I don't have to understand it. I'm saying if
Well, I'm
it's in
telling
the
you,
red.
well, it's in the red because it's not a project that's on here.
It didn't
Yeah,
begin
we're not
like
just
a
looking at
bond
those.
project. It was included
I don't.
for bond proceed reimbursement.
Yeah.
Because it qualified, even though it began life as a project.
Yeah.
It began life in close enough time to us getting the bond proceeds to be able to include it if the board wanted to. So it was put on the bond.
This money, this $445,000 for Mill Creek drainage was paid out of general fund because it was a lawsuit settlement or wherever it came out
No,
of.
it's being paid out of the bond money.
We're
That's why
paying that out of the bond?
It's being paid out of bond, that's why it's in the negative on here, it has been since day one, because it's being paid from bond proceeds.
Yep.
Because it was part of what y'all agreed to as the portion, because you agreed to reimburse a portion of it that was on the reimbursement sheet that was paid for, then the rest was all, everything that comes across.
So that's another area you
says
just capitalize on the
Mill
bond then.
Creek is there.
Yeah, so again, it began life before we actually got bond proceeds.
Correct.
But it started close enough in time that we could.
That you went back.
include it. That's correct. And so I think what happened, that some of the Mill Creek project was paid from either General County or road, but we used bond proceeds to reimburse.
So you're
that.
reimbursing yourself. But the $445,000 for the Mill Creek project was set on the contractor's bid. It came in and said, this is
Yes.
what I bid to set the number at. Right? It hadn't
Yeah.
gone up or down, and we're not just pulling frivolous money out of the Mill Creek account.
I
Right.
think that.
That's right.
I think that project was in the 600 range, Daniel, if I remember correctly. So this is what's been.
Yeah, I don't
bid against
I don't
us to this
remember.
point.
Yeah.
Tim, am I close?
I didn't think it was that high.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number.
But that was a contracted number that was set. We awarded the contract for that money. It was coming out of something that we had. We knew what the money was.
That's right.
It's not just an empty pit of just running spending money.
That's correct.
Okay, I just want to be sure we get that straight because you made it
I've
sound
got a
like you
question.
making it sound
No,
like
I'm
we're just
saying-
pulling that money out of
I'm
there
just
for no
saying it
reason, and that's not
doesn't
true.
have an original amount attenuated to it that I can say it went over the 600.
It's either over or it's under, it's.
It's showing
There's
as
no
it's
number.
over because there was no number against it. I'm not saying it's over, I'm just saying
That's
it
correct.
appears to be over.
Correct, and it's not.
All right, I have a question. How much did we get a bond for? The total amount?
The total amount of the bond was $30,757,985. We reimbursed ourselves $2,858,904.65. So it left you with a balance of $27,899.80.35 to be used for bond projects.
All right, let me ask you this. Part of that thing was we talked about making the cities whole. It was about $150,000 if my mind's right on that. Each
A
year,
little
is that
more.
right? What do we pay the cities back to make their asphalt stuff? How much was that? You remember?
Don't give me the line, man.
I can't remember what that
City's
number
back
was.
for asphalt.
We
It
paid
was $1
we
million.
paid the cities each year $1 million, maybe $1.5 million or something. I was thinking 150 or something, but I don't remember.
That's out of the bridge.
I don't know where it's at.
I'm talking
No,
We
it's
we
our
give
road.
the cities
Yeah,
a
but
certain
I don't-
amount of money
yeah.
each year, and part of that was you wanted to cut it out. We talked about cutting it out,
Right, we want to leave it in there.
but we wanted to put that back in there
Right.
to be able to pay that. I think it was over a 2-year process.
was it?
Maybe
Yeah,
it was
what-
maybe it was $600,000
It's
a
been on the
year.
city. Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe 1.2 million for 2 years of the project. They were going to take away money from the cities on asphalt. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Is that
$1
back in
million
here?
bucks. I don't see it, no.
Is that back in there? That money that goes, the money we're paying back to those cities, not paying back, the money we're paying to those cities each year on the asphalt side. Whether that's road or bridge, what was that?
If it was asphalt, it would have to be road, but I'm not exactly.
What, do we pay money to the cities each year?
Yeah.
They're
Through our
millage.
It
millage.
settles to.
Millage.
Correct.
Daniel. That's
Through our
right.
Correct.
millage,
It's not
you
for
settle
asphalt.
to
So we,
by that
so
office.
part of our discussion was to take that money away from them, right? In the
Yeah.
bond process.
You moved.
2 mills from road.
2 mills from road,
And
that was
so
gonna be what
the-
we get
The
the
amount of
cities.
money that was gonna be totaled out of that 2 mills, we agreed to reimburse to the cities, which
Okay.
was about $1 million.
Because that's right, $1.2 million, something like that, yeah, so that was the money, is it on the sheet?
It's listed as about the 7th one down.
Contributions to cities, it was 2 million.
But it's
No,
their,
that's
it's their
That's
millage.
Brandon, this is millage.
No, it's not for asphalt. It's,
Okay, well,
no, that's what was confusing me. You said
This is
asphalt.
another example where the bond project list,
Yeah,
it can get confusing.
Right.
As to Exactly, if it's not a contract project, it can get confusing pretty quickly. It looks like what's happened is that what was identified as contributions to cities, there may be some confusion because you guys said, let's just give Brandon the money
Yeah.
Nope, not all of
Hey,
us.
no,
No.
I didn't say
I
that.
understand.
I didn't.
This is sort of how it developed.
All right.
I know.
So it got coded under contributions to cities. As we sit here today, I'm not 100% sure exactly what the board intended, whether it was for that classification to just represent what happened with Brandon on their 3-4 project deal that y'all approved, or if that was where that placeholder for reimbursing the cities for the village
Well,
impact.
and I guess my question is that, where is Bishop's million?
It's up there, District 5.
No checks and balances.
Project
I think so.
Supervisor, District 5.
Well, just like that, Daniel, there's no
So
checks
far,
and
we've
balances
spent
on that
about
at all.
600 out
Well,
of
then
it.
speaking of it, there's no projects
No,
going on, other than
no.
you giving
On-
250 to Pearl, right?
No, I'm
So
saying
far,
on
we've
the-
spent
on
about
the Brandon
600.
money, there's no checks and balances on that at all, whether it was used, where it was
Well,
used.
there are checks, but only to the extent
But-
that it was specific.
but we
as to
knew- but we
projects
knew-
Yeah, but we don't have any way of
No,
knowing if
but
it
I
took
guess my
every bit
question
of
is,
it.
if we gave them $2 million, and we gave them 2.5 million, that's the point I want to know.
Yeah. But my-
So it's the same situation.
But my point is, on that, which that's, I ain't getting
I
into
guess
that
my
one,
point
it's
is,
history. My
whatever-
point
whatever the
is
cost
that
of this
one-
number
My point
is.
in with that one is that there were no checks and balances on it. They were designated projects for them, but we don't know if it took all that or
And it
where that
stayed-
money went.
And we didn't pay them over $2 million. We
Huh?
knew we were giving $2 million to Brandon. I'm just using that number.
No.
We knew we were giving $2 million to them. But if it came back and we gave $2.4 million, I'd have a problem with it because it's 400,000 over what that we said we
Yeah,
were going to
but
give
would
them.
you have a problem if they didn't?
Hey,
use
man, I
it?
think we all understand where you're at, and we're going to stay on top of it.
I was just trying to explain.
All right.
Oh, I can understand that.
Hey,
I got a question. When we do lawsuits, where does that money come from? When we're in a lawsuit, whether it be whoever.
Like defending ourselves.
Yeah.
Or if it's not an insurance defense situation, we retain counsel, that comes out of general county. It actually comes out of Board of Supervisors. It's part of your budget.
That's a big number.
All right, I want to get back to my original question earlier. We had $30 million. We paid ourselves back 2.8. You said,
Correct.
leaving 27.
Correct.
All right, these projects I hear additional project, Oak Grove and Pine Brook. I know Pine Brook we've not done it yet, but I thought Oak Grove was one we reimbursed ourselves on.
Part of it.
Yeah.
I thought we were done with that project before we started the bond. We weren't.
No, they're
Okay.
still payments.
All right, so we had originally set aside, we were going to get additional million or so because of the interest rates. We were going to generate
Right.
additional million, and we had set aside 1.5 for drainage. We couldn't spend it on, so where is that money? Where did we put it?
It's been absorbed into the amounts that y'all have here. You know, some you can see have been added. Down here, Pine Brook was added 1/6 of 20.
Right.
The EOC microwaves were added 10/7 of 19. The emulsion truck was added 1/30 of 20.
So those items right there, that 2.5 is basically taking up our 2.5.
So the different items that have been added.
Because I was just curious, because we're going to have some more drainage projects coming up that we're going to need to do work on.
Maybe that's $50,000 we spend to go to Washington to pay off.
That's where we're headed, gentlemen.
All right, so everybody's clear as mud on all this? I think we all understand we're going to try to do a better job of keeping track where we are. And Daniel's got a great point. We shouldn't be going out and spending a bunch of money over that we had to set a limit on. So we'll try to get a monthly report where we better trail where our dollars go on projects that aren't bid out. Now, do we have any other additional business? Do we have an executive session?
I think we do on personnel. I'd like to have some on personnel side of that, please.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
So I'll make a motion to go to executive session for personnel.
All right, we got a motion discussing the need going to executive session for personnel by Daniel.
Second.
Second by Steve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Renee, do I need to come to your office at some?
That you can, or either I can scan and email you that,
Okay.
and
Do
send
that.
it back to us, and then we can just do the application.
Got me some good stuff?
Did you receive this?
Yeah, Thursday. Something about District 5. Good. Glad to hear it.
Would you change out bathrooms for us over there?
I wasn't sure, so I just.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Y'all will know when we put the big wreath on the door.
Yeah, 'cause I just walked right in a while ago and I was like, oh, God. Hey, look.
I'll let you.
How you make it?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
We gotta have the motion to go into it. They only did the date that they going to.
Do what? We ain't gone in?
I'll make a motion.
No,
to go.
we're.
Well,
in
can I do it
need
since there's three of us here?
Yeah. Mr. Vice President, why don't you entertain a motion second on that?
I make a motion, need to go in executive session.
Yeah, so moved.
All right. I guess I made the
Daniel
motion.
made a
Second.
motion.
All right, Daniel made the motion, Brad seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed.